So I was 15 when I first went into Fishbowl.
I went to Fishbowl a few years ago while I was in secondary school.
So I joined Fishbowl when I was 15 and my older sister went there and it was like where all the cool kids went.
What drew me to Fishbowl was kind of just the safe space and that like sense of belonging within the youth club.
I didn't want to go, to be honest, because I was very scared and didn't have a lot of confidence. I was very hesitant to go in.
It was always a very positive environment to go into, and supportive and inclusive.
Fishbowl gave me and the other people my age a place where we could hang around.
It was just a great group to be in. They were really supportive and kind, and all the leaders were also like your friends, and it was really nice.
The moment I walked through the door, actually everything was fine because there was two fairly hairy boys getting their legs waxed in the middle of Fishbowl. So I mean, you kind of can't help but laugh, which is quite funny. So ever since then, it's been okay to walk through the doors.
I remember when there was new people coming into Fishbowl, we were told, yeah, go over to them and offer them a hot chocolate and make sure they feel welcome.
I'm one of the older members of Fishbowl. I started, or with a group of other young people, we started Fishbowl back when I was 15, and from there it has grown into a fantastic organisation where so many young people from the East Clare communities, particularly Scariff, Mount Shannon and all around, have the opportunity to hang out together, but also to travel and follow their interests and their passion through the support of fantastic youth workers.
And what I really enjoyed about it was the adult leaders and how I could talk to them as a peer. I wasn't being talked at or down to, I was being talked, I was having a conversation.
For me, the most prominent memory and feeling of Fishbowl has to be that sense, and I'll never forget it, it's always a very nostalgic memory to go back to, but of that feeling of that every Friday we had just excitement about going to this place where we're going to meet new people, new experiences, and it was just, you couldn't recreate that environment in school or in an institute. It was just such a natural place.
Fishbowl was a great experience for me. I enjoyed meeting new people and working with my peers. Taking part in parades, going to Belfast without my parents.
Fishbowl has been such a positive thing in my life, especially during those awkward teenage years when you're growing up and you didn't have too much confidence.
If I think about my teenage years, they could have been so different. They could have been so different. But Fishbowl taught me incredible values.
It was a place for us to go as well, as young guys and girls who were always getting in trouble or weren't wanted anywhere or not allowed in pubs.
It was good just to hang out with other teenagers and have something to do.
It just helped connect with people you mightn't have talked to before, maybe even shed some of those insecurities.
In Fishbowl we were encouraged to just talk to everyone, even if we didn't know them, and then when in secondary school, it just really helped me to make new friends.
When we live out in rural areas like this, we don't meet people of different walks of life.
It's that thing of youth empowerment that I really enjoy about it.
There's so much responsibility just allowed to be given to the young people.
Just the sense of, you're a young adult, we believe you're responsible, so here you go. And I really enjoy that, and I think as many young people as possible should be able to avail of those kinds of opportunities, and I'm really glad Fishbowl showed that to me.
It kind of just helped you, get out there, do stuff you didn't think you would have done.
I organised an acoustic night one time and I was really proud of myself when I actually pulled it off, and that was a huge marker for me. It just meant that I kind of showed myself that I could do something that I wanted to do.
You learn a lot about yourself and how you interact with others. It makes you more self-aware, and I suppose through learning that about yourself you kind of become more confident, and it's nice to do that not on your own, with a whole group of your friends who are also doing that.
I think it's definitely given me confidence to know who I am in going into the world, as an adult.
Fishbowl also helped me to get involved in the local community, to make friends in the local community.
You know, your past shapes your future, and I definitely feel that Fishbowl had a huge part to play in that.
I would have been naturally a very shy person, and I was encouraged, not so gently, to perform the harp at lots of concerts.
I've always had social anxiety and social problems, but because of Fishbowl, most of my friends never knew. Most people couldn't even tell. And that's just because of the space that Fishbowl created.
When I was 16, something really traumatic happened to me personally, and I didn't go anywhere, didn't leave the house for about 2.5 months solid. And I remember the very first place I went to was the Fishbowl Halloween party, because all my friends were from Fishbowl, and I kind of thought, well, actually that wouldn't be a bad place to start. I'd just sit in the corner and I could leave if I didn't want to be there. And I had a really, really good night, and I actually got involved in a project through Fishbowl. It was great because it got me out of the house once a week because I didn't want to go anywhere, and kind of started building my confidence again and talking to people and all that kind of stuff. So I went in a year from not going anywhere, not leaving the house whatsoever, to packing up and going to college for the first time. And that was through what Fishbowl was able to give to me. And so I'm not sure I would have gone if they hadn't kind of been there along the way and kind of, well, it's actually all right to be miserable and be upset and all that kind of stuff. People understand.
Being able to go to Fishbowl after school and meet up with old friends and make new friends really, really helped me, especially in my self-confidence, which is something that I have taken with me throughout my career.
I probably wouldn't have finished school or even gone to college if I wanted Fishbowl. And why I give you that example is that confidence level was not there before I went to Fishbowl, really.
I have a lot of confidence going into job interviews. I have no problems meeting new people, and this is all part of what Fishbowl creates, I believe, because it really does create an environment where young people learn to be more confident in themselves and just to interact with new people, which is really, really important in life.
I think it's really helped me in the job interviews and in my working life in general, and in my ability to achieve things that I set my mind to.
The workshops and events that I took part in really enhanced my CV and helped me get a job.
I think it really inspired me to do other things, like go and take on doing music in college.
It's helped me make decisions in life, like deciding to go and train to become a professional dancer. And it's got me where I am today, and I'm really, really grateful for that.
My love of filmmaking started there, and I have since made dozens of films.
It basically helped to encourage me to do a few things which are still very important in my life now, such as music. So I started playing drums when I was a teenager, and Fishbowl gave me the opportunity to perform with my band.
I'm just in the middle of converting my second camper van to go travelling around the world in. And I don't think I could have done that without getting the confidence that I got from being at Fishbowl and travelling to different countries.
I did travel to Australia at a very young age, and I've actually ended up living here, so I've been here for the last 7 years. And I would definitely put down my original trip out here, though. I probably would not have had the confidence to do something like that without Fishbowl.
Being part of Fishbowl did definitely inspire me to go travelling more and to want to travel more.
Just from discovering the world, Fishbowl opened up so many doors. The first flight I ever booked by myself was with Fishbowl. Fishbowl gave me a sense of independence.
And then I got to go on some great exchanges and meet different type of people that I wouldn't have met otherwise.
And we did this project about democracy and what that means to us, and we did exchanges from both Italy to Ireland and back and forth.
I got to go on an exchange when I was 16 to Spain.
We went out into the world. I went to Croatia, met loads of cool people, gained lots of experience.
I got to go on youth exchanges, training course. I was also supported to go on EVS, but then also host my future capital here in Ireland.
While at Fishbowl, I took part in 2 international exchanges. One that was in Ireland.
We went to Italy like 2 different times, and then I was on an exchange in Hungary as well.
We also went to Mississippi, and we did some work there helping out with rebuilding houses.
Thanks to Fishbowl, I started traveling the world. I've been living in China for 2 years now. I've been living in Taiwan. I traveled all over Europe with some of my best friends who I made in Fishbowl.
When I was 17, I went back to Spain and did the whole Camino de Santiago, and that totally, like, oh wow, I just fell in love with traveling, fell in love with meeting people, and that was because of Fishbowl that I worked out that, wow, I am a traveller and that's what I like to do.
And that was the start of, I guess, something that has become quite important, which is travel. Recently I've done a lot of international travel, and I feel my time at Fishbowl has stood me in good stead for a lot of these experiences.
Experiences like those really encourage you to be more open with people, like especially new people, especially people from other countries or different cultures.
That wouldn't be possible without being at Fishbowl and them telling you that these opportunities are out there.
Meeting different people can teach you a lot about yourself, and it's nice to take what you learn from them into your own life.
And I think I can partly thank Fishbowl for opening up kind of the world to me.
And it's just taught me to be a better world citizen.
I owe a lot to what I learned in Fishbowl.
I'm really proud to have been a part of it, of Fishbowl Youth, and I think it's one of the best things you can do as a young person.
I think it's an amazing part of our community, an invaluable part of our community, and I'm really glad that it was there for me when I was growing up. So thanks, Fishbowl.
The friendships I made there, friends that I will always be able to go home to, friends that I travel the world with now, and I'm so lucky to have them. So thank you, Fishbowl. I'm really, really grateful.
I carry so many lessons with me today that when I trace back, I learned them all in Fishbowl.
So I think Fishbowl is great. I think it should definitely be encouraged. Yeah, so keep it going. Well done.
I love you, Fishbowl.
Copyright this. So what Fishbowl is to me is the safe place to make an absolute ass of yourself, and it's fine. That is what Fishbowl is to me.
I have too much to say about Fishbowl, so I don't know how to narrow it down. I wouldn't be half the person I am today if I hadn't have had Fishbowl. Just as a kind of like a subtle, gentle hand, it just helped me become, I suppose. That's all I can really say. But yeah, thank you, Fishbowl.
Thank you, Fishbowl, and good luck.
Don't call my name, I implore you. I never said that I adore you. If you think we've got a flame, if you think I can be